Hello Mario! In this video, now that we've finished our drawings and put the text in on our floor plan, we're going to start putting the dimensions in. So, well, let's get looking at our dimensions. So, one of the things with dimensions is we've got to be careful as to how we fit them on our plan. There's only a certain amount of room, so and we want them to be spaced and look quite nice there. If we actually go back perhaps to here and have a look at our floor plan, you can see how we've got the various layers of dimensions, and we work through the plan in layers. So here we have the total outside dimension here, then followed by the breakdown of the interior, these sort of wall dimensions here. Then we come in and do this little small inside dimension of the little push out, and then we start doing a dimension all the way through here like this, and it works through in layers. So we want these gaps in here to be fairly regular and the same, and these ones in here. So what I'm going to do is set up a few little cross construction lines just to help us get everything on track there with that, and work from there. Alrighty, so back to the job. You will recall that I made a little error over here early on because I didn't get these internal ones in here, so kind of maybe change up a few little things and possibly not label all of, I don't think it's necessary to label all of these 90s here. It's probably just necessary just to label the one, and I think people can infer that it'll be 90 all the way up. So here we go back to our plan here. So what I'm going to do is just work up here in model space, and just first of all XL for a cross section line. Oops, back again, XL for the cross section line, and I want to go horizontal, so I'll put, say, one there. Perhaps put my dimension there. Sort of, I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So perhaps closest one I'd want about there. Okay, and now just going to do XL again, and you can actually do an offset there. So I'm just going to go for an offset of, I think, 10 mils. Seems reasonable, and I'm just going to go there. Oh, that's not working out quite so good. Perhaps 10 is not what we want. We want it a bit bigger than that. Don't quite know. Oh, that's at paper space, but we're at 1 to 50. So, oh, perhaps I could just do this in paper space. That might be a better way of doing it. So I'm just going to go back to here and just put a cross section line in, a horizontal one, and I'm just going to do this in paper space, so it'll just become a guideline there like that. Okay, now just go offset 10, and that might be better, although that does look a little bit on the small side. Might go with 15. 14 mils. So I'm doing this in paper space. Okay. And yeah, that looks a bit better. 1, 2. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there, and then I'm going to go back to, now if I go back to model space here, I won't see those because they're in paper space, but if I go to here and go to model space, alright, now we just need to, I think just turn off the hatches again, the tile hat, the wall, I'll turn them off because they just make it complicated for finding the exact sites for the dimensions. Okay, so the brick, I'll just turn off the brick hatch, turn it off. Okay, cool. So that's done. Right, so the first dimension I want to do, and I'm in model space, so the first dimension I want to do is the outside one, and I'm just going to go to annotate here, and the dimensioning style that I use, I've got one set up here as the annotative one, like so, but we can just at this stage have a look down here and you can see that that's the various styles and that we can manage them and we can modify them. So in this case here, alrighty, now there's a few things that we need to do here to get it into the particular style that we want. Decimal precision, I think I just want to go to the nearest millimeter, so I'm just going to put that like that for now. Fractional format, the decimal separator, if we have one, we definitely want the period or the full stop, the round off stuff. Apply to layout. So there will be other things that we need to do here, the lines by block, dimension lines. I want to go by layer, and by layer. Okay, extension lines. These all need to be by layer. Changing them all to by layer. Okay, so this is something what we're going to look at here. Symbols and arrows. We want the, I think it's the oblique architectural one, like that there. The leader. We'll just leave the leader for now. So that's those there. That's the arrowheads that we want. The text. We want probably the annotative text. I'm going to just the same one that I've always used. Text color will be by layer, and we'll just see how placement goes. So let's just see how that goes. So there's lots of things there. The primary units should be okay. So let's go. All right, and close. So there might be some things we need to change along the way. So let's get this first dimension done here, and it's linear dimensions that we want. So just be very careful where you go. So we're going to do our dimensions to the framing line. So it goes from there through to there, and that's going to go up there, and I'm going to position that one approximately. It won't link to that because those lines are in paper space, so that just gives me a little guideline like so. And 13340, that's what we want. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do the internal ones. So dimension here, dimension linear, and we've got up to 10 minutes here already. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to go from there again, and it'll just go through to there, or it can go to there. It doesn't really matter because it'll still just go that it just goes linear, and I'm just going to put that one there like so. Now what I do is come up here and push the continue button, okay, and then that allows me to get the next dimension that I want, which is that one there, and then finally the last one that I want, which is that one there. Okay, and we can see there that we've got our dimensions in 7470, 3280 and 2590, and so on we go. Obviously I'm going to need, I've gone up to 10 minutes there, and I think I'm going to need a fair bit more time. I'll just perhaps do the next tier down and then finish this video up. So then we just go back to linear again, linear like so, and we're going to go there again, and then we're just going to do the wall, which will be at 90 like that, and that'll just, I'm just going to sit that on there like that, okay, and then we've got to continue that one, so let's continue there, so that's going to, oh, we actually had an internal one there, so I'm just going to escape out of there, Control Z, undo that, okay. And that's where we did this little internal one here, which was next according to the dimensions. So just to according to the plan that I've got there. So let's go. Here's the linear. All right. So we're just going to go from here to here, and that'll give us that little one around about there is where we want it. Okay. And then we go continue, which is there, okay, and that'll give us this one here, and there, okay, and there we go, and let's just check that everything's looking all right there, and you can see there's a little bit of variation on those, the way that it's dealing with the 90 thing, which we'll have a look at, but that's that there. Okay, and perhaps I could just do this next one here. No, I'll leave it there, and we'll come back to that and see if we can tidy up that dimension line. I think there's only a need to do one dimension line, the other three are all pretty much the same, so I'll come back and do a second video which will get that one sorted out, and then we'll leave the rest up to you. Cheers, see you.